What's up, what's up, what's up? How we doing, traders? Let's get into it. Writing your goal down is the first step towards making it happen. Let's get to it. All right, so a few things I want to get to real quick before we get to the bell. First off, welcome everybody. Actually, I don't even have the chat up. Let me get that up real quick. Oh boy, it's been a morning. Monday mornings are always fun. It seems just from not having, you're with them all weekend. So Monday morning when you start to try to do things for work, etc., never goes over too well. All right, there we go. There's Twitch, just loading everything up. Good morning, Thomas. How we doing? So first couple things I wanted to get out of the way. Timothy Boulder. First off, thank you. Out of nowhere, just got a random email saying that he donated $25 to the channel, so I really appreciate that. I know that he came in on the Friday night live stream and I'd answered some questions. I think that was his way of possibly saying thank you. I'm not sure exactly, but neither here nor there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Another big thank you was to, I don't want to get the name wrong. Give me 1 second here. George De Jesus, otherwise known as Jesus. But he actually signed up to be, I believe it's the level 1 Patreon, which actually when I got that news, I believe it was on, what's today, the 8th. So it was actually yesterday morning, but I believe, yeah, it was yesterday morning. It made me realize that Patreon is a little out of the way. It's very inconvenient. And YouTube has, I believe, stepped up their game just a little bit as far as how much they give you back as when people sign up for the channel. So I'm going to be slowly nixing the Patreon thing. I'm going to actually reach out to George and let him know, as well as I believe I had one other Patreon, which was Todd, but I don't think he is anymore. I don't know. But again, I went ahead and made a little membership thing here on YouTube. It's just, do not feel obligated in any way. It's just more of a thing where if you want some cool badges, you want to support the channel, all that good stuff, there's some cheap options, and then there's some other options as well. I think there's one for $2, there's one for $5, and then there's one for $10 to get you a shout out, get you a cool little badge next to your name when you chat in the chat, and then $5. Honestly, hold on one sec. I don't want to lie to you guys. So I know at $10, I have a pretty cool one. And what that one gets you is there'll be two Saturdays every month where we get into a membership only stream. I'm going to get you guys into the Discord so you guys can actually talk if you want to back to me. You don't have to type. And we're going to set that up so that we can actually go over your strategy. If you want to talk more in depth about my strategy, basically kind of like a little one-on-one, but it might be more than one-on-one depending on how many people are actually there. And then the middle one is, that's what it was. You get to not only show your support and get the cool badge, and the little emojis and stuff, but you get to be a moderator of the YouTube channel. So you can keep a lookout for any noobs that might be coming in and trying to ruin the day. And yeah, so just little tidbits of information. We got about 20 seconds here to the bell. Didn't really see anything I liked this morning, so going to just be playing it right off the scanner pretty much as always. And good luck to everybody. And again, I appreciate what you did for me, Timothy, over the weekend, as well as George. And yeah, may everybody have a good week. Let's get it. Got about 2 seconds. There's the bell. Constantine, what's up? Brad, what's going on, man? There it is. Let's get it. Watching ORBC here. See if he wants to get up towards $5. SPY and Tesla were two that I was looking at this morning, just like in awe. I don't get it. All right, ORBC did not do what we wanted it to. OII through 9 would be interesting. This thing actually filled its gap over the course of the last few weeks. Got a nice area right around 950. Keep an eye on that one. Volume needs to come in, give us a nice push through 9. I put it up on my other chart so we can keep cycling through here. RRC setting up pretty nicely if it gets up towards like that 750 area. We don't have any shares on that one though. Check IB real quick. There's plenty of shares over there. We'll see if that continues to run. Of course, as I say that, Brian says, I'm in. Okay, let's see. So a lot on the scanners this morning. Nothing really looking too interesting though for my strategy. TUP actually looking really nice. Let's see if we got shares over here on IB just in case. I wanted RRC to run a little bit more. Got plenty over here on IB. See what it does. That's the other thing I need to add to my little list. One other thing for you guys is in my videos, I had a pretty cool idea where I'm going to be hiding. Hold on one sec, watching ON here. Looks like we might have missed that pop. I didn't even see this one on the scanner at first. OII, by the way, did not do what we wanted. So in my videos, oh, does it still say Friday Night Live Stream? Whoops, thank you. Forgot about that. I always forget about that on Monday morning. I say it all the time, but I don't have time in the mornings, it feels like. All right, live. Crappers. All right, there we go. Thank you for the heads up. People were probably like, does this guy know it's Monday morning? That's probably why they're stopping in like, what? Friday? What? They're like, did I miss something? Is it Groundhog's Day up in here? All right, still kind of waiting. On made a nice move. Man, I wish we would have had this up. Definitely would have been interested in this one. Probably would have been looking for a little bit more out of it, not gonna lie. Might have missed it anyway, but I mean, I didn't even see it, to be completely honest. I probably missed it though. Not gonna lie, been eager pretty much all day, or all night yesterday, I should say, for this morning. Nothing's really popping out at us. Here we go. OMI. Get up towards 850 here. Yeah, I don't know if I even said it earlier at this point, but in my videos, my recap videos, I'm actually going to start hiding little $10 Amazon gift cards, like the codes to redeem them, just to kind of just to play a little game with you guys. I actually saw that in another video that I had watched. I think it was off the trending page. It was actually a video about markers. I was hoping to get up there to 50. Didn't quite get there. It only gave us that little pop, but we would have had it. There we go. Let's see if we can get up towards 50. Oh, stupid. I keep putting this script on. Where are you at? Where are you at? What the? Why is it not working? Oh, because I gotta turn it on. There we go. Don't mind me. Not a fan of how it's hanging out here, to be honest. I'm gonna put it up on my bottom chart, see if it wants to get up through 850. No, we don't have shares here. Is that halted? Yeah. LONE is halted. It's a dollar stock though. I don't make videos. I just make footage that's put together. I wouldn't really call them videos. CO, if we could get a run up through 350, be interested. Nice little support that could be used as resistance up a little over 4. So I'd love to see this get up through 350. The volume's not that great. OMI kind of doing what we thought. It's just kind of chilling. The volume on the couple ones that we like this morning so far have been a little shy of where we would like it. Also, two things today. Yeah, I saw HTZ. Yeah, we don't have any shares there. Probably do over on IB. Well, maybe. Aren't they going bankrupt? Why? I don't understand why this is. Yeah, there's only 30,000 shares available on IB, so I'll probably stay away from that. That could be what this is. It's just kind of some sort of a squeeze. I was trying to keep CO up here to see if it wanted to continue, but this volume is a little low. Not really doing anything. CCO, nothing. CO is the one we have up here, just kind of chilling there on the scanners. It's actually a little bit of a lower float. Yeah, it was such a busy weekend that I didn't really even have a chance to talk to IB because I meant to call them because I'm pretty sure they're open on the weekends to ask them about the pattern, the PDT rule and how it works, just to make sure it hasn't changed since the last time I used them, because that was a long time ago. Because I don't want to get into a trade and end up realizing I'm stuck because I don't have any trades left. That also reminds me. HFFG. I'm just going to stay away from the CO. It's not doing what we wanted. We were looking for, here we go. What do we got here? This is some really low volume. Little spready, not too bad. All right, spread got a little bit worse there. Let's see what it does if it wants to come up towards 9. See if the bid wants to come up. I really wasn't looking to pay the 8-cent spread there, even though it does look pretty good here. Just wanted that one more little push towards 9 and get the bid up there. I would have been jumping in this. And I did, as you can see, I did raise this to 700 divided by price. But if there's any part, I added a rule over the weekend as well. If there's any part of a trade, like just one part that isn't my A+ setup, I have no problem just starting with smaller shares, right? Because it's not my A+ setup. Whether it be volume, whether it be just the spread, whether it be the price action, if I don't necessarily like it, even though the setup still looks nice. I mean, because it's a 13-cent spread, it's hard to play those. So my normal price, 700 divided by like 8 cents, that would have been close to what, like 80 shares. So I'm more so looking to allow this to not, get me stuck in a spot, as we're scaling up. I'd rather be a little bit more on the safe side if there is just any part of it that doesn't look right. Here we go with car. Like this too, but that spread, 20-cent spread. Also, not sure I like the candle that it just made versus the candle before, but it could have just been more of an extension through. Right, when you see these wicks, you know it's struggling. It's fighting. RAVG. I also do have to go help a fellow trader move this morning. So I have to get off of here at 10 for my wife's meeting, and then when her meeting's over, I'll still be attempting to trade as long as the kids are being good throughout that. But then I have to go leave, drive about 30 minutes away, and help a trader move. This made a pretty good move down there. I don't know if I'd still be interested. If it comes back up on the scanner, we'll take a look. MITT. This was halted at one point. I don't have shares here. Let me see if we have them on IB. Nope. I mean, we do, but it says there's only 3,000 shares, so I'm not going to mess with that. Those can get dangerous. You get into a position, you just run out of shares. You can't add. That's not a good thing, especially because that's your strategy. XOG, another one that got halted, starting to move up. A lot of cheaper. Is trying to halt again here. Car would have been a nice one. I wish we would have brought car up on this candle. But I don't think the scanner brought it up until the pop through 36, which is a little unfortunate. It was probably on there, just not up past the 20 point. Because if we would have brought it up on this candle and then saw it run through 36, I think our story would have been a little bit different. But when we pulled it up, I mean, that chart looked beautiful. I don't really understand why I didn't jump in. Just a little Monday heebie-bejeebies. Vincenzo. Nice, Kim. Vincenzo, you crack me up. Alright. Obviously not going to watch Car anymore. Man, I really wish this ibuprofen would kick in too. MITT trying to make a run. Like I said, we're not going to play that though. Sorry, I had a random thought idea for the scanners there. This IVR, let me see if we got shares over here on IB. This could be interesting if it gets up through 560. There are plenty over here. Let's see what it does. Want to see it make a move up through 560. RRC, that thing is still going. You were in car marketing? Good job. I'm glad somebody got that. Nice. Look at that trade. Beautiful. Well done. Yeah, I'm a little sad that I missed that one, to be completely honest. I want to see IVR just rip through 560. It's got volume. We just need that imbalance. Excuse me. For anybody just joining in, by the way, since I'm not in a trade and nothing's really tickling my fancy at the moment, I am Tim here at Volatility Trading. We do this every morning, Monday through Friday. This is actually my last week having the kids home every day of the week. So hopefully next week when they start heading back to school / daycare, we'll have a little bit more normalcy. I will still have the little one on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He's only starting 3 days a week. But basically that should help me get things in order a little bit more. Hopefully be able to kind of interact with you guys a little bit more, stick around a little bit more, all kinds of different things. Enob. Yeah, he loves those types of plays, Kim. The question is, did he play it? That's always the real question. You can, how many, I'm not saying Kevin's one of them, but there's so many people out there on YouTube that talk about things before they happen, but then they never actually traded it. It always makes me laugh. It's like, well, if you were that convinced that it was going to happen, why didn't you do it? Just like I was on car, and I didn't trade it. It's the fear of losing. I think it's hard for me on a Monday right at the bell just to jump in, because I am so last minute that sometimes I'm just a little hesitant because I'm like, okay, am I actually reading this right? Lift? I didn't even see lift. Ooh, look at that move. That was a double top, but that was a nice move off the bottom. Right into a double top. Ah, I got you, Kim. ST&E. It's actually making a big move to the downside. One day we'll play those too. SRG, decent volume. Lower float. Look at the range. This has some pretty good range to it. NBEV, I haven't heard that ticker name in a while. Still just looking. I still haven't seen anything pop out of this minus car. Car was the only one. It does kind of... It was a little sucky that we didn't get into car, but... Like I said, we pulled it up as it was already... It had already made this top. So... And I saw these wicks over here, so it kind of looked like it might be trying to just grind. So we're a little hesitant on it, and that hesitation got us. But as you can see, this thing is headed back towards high of day. Let's see if it wants to give us the old UK strat. See if it pokes through high of day and comes back down into our range. So 36.42. Let's draw a line here in case it moves through up like 36.50. It's actually 36.42. So what we're looking for with the UK strat is for this to come up through and it be a fake out, right? So run up like through 36.50 and then come back down into this range at 36.42, which is where your entry would be. So 36.41 would actually be your entry. Yeah, but it's for me. You're trying to open it? No, yeah, we're not opening that because it's a sharp blade inside. That's fine. That's fine. You can play with her on the box. It's not a big deal. MITT making a move here. This would actually halt at 584 if it gets there. So these are just watch list, or are they coming up on the I3 or high chance of pullback scan? Yes, they're coming up on the I3, Oliver. Anything I pull up is on the I3, and it's alerting. It's very rare you'll see me pull up something that's not alerting on the I3. The only problem is when things do alert, for me, I have to pull it up, and I have to, first off, I have to see if I can even play it, aka have shares available to short. And number two, I would have to make sure that it fits my strategy, which in some cases, most of the time when I pull a chart up, it's very rare that it will already be ready in this, for the strategy that I'm looking for. Because you guys, if you don't follow along, but if you do, you know that I like to look for, we'll use RIG as an example here. I like to look for previous resistance, and I like to look for an intense move through that previous resistance and extension away from that previous resistance, because pretty much all of my charts you'll see, when you get that, the odds and probability of it coming back down after extending through and retesting that previous resistance as support before attempting to move higher if it wants to, or if it wants to go back through that resistance and get back down into this range and look to fade the rest of the day, usually that almost always happens. I even said this on the Friday night live stream. I'm not saying it always happens, but it happens a lot. Yeah, be nice. Hey, he's trying to play with you. He just wants to play with you. Show him how. Show him how. Why not? Well, he wants to play with you. Hey, Brayden, share. Brayden, he is your little brother and he doesn't quite understand. Hey, Brayden, ask nicely. Camden, that was his. He was playing with it and he asked for it nicely back. Can you have it? Thank you. Thank you, Camden. Here, we'll get more. Look, there's some one here. Camden, look, there's a whole basket of them, bud. Look, you guys can share. See how you asked nicely and he gave it back? Okay, look, he's very happy. Look, he found Gus. There's more little ones in there. You just gotta find them. That whole bin is full of the Paw Patrol and PJ Masks. Yeah, it doesn't actually have to be pre-market, Oliver. It just, like, for instance here on XAN, see how it kind of made a resistance here at 378? So now I'd be looking for a push up through that 368, probably through 4, and then looking for it to retest, right? We don't want it to be too close based on its range, right? We don't want to get in too early. Hey, Timothy. IVR, interesting. Yeah, I think we were just looking at that, right? I don't know if you were here earlier, Timothy, but I had told you specifically thank you for what you had did over the weekend. As you can see it down in the bottom right of the screen as well. But yeah, it was kind of unexpected. I don't know if it was for something I did on the Friday night live stream when you had popped in, but I just wanted to say thank you. And if you weren't here earlier, it's me saying it again. PFIE. I was trying to see if we could find anything real quick while my wife's getting on her call. I'm sure you can hear that in the background, and hence now the kids are around me. No, Tim. Thank you. I love doing that. Tim. Tim, my name's Tim. Nice to meet you, Tim. CDEV, nothing there. I mean, MITT, you would think this looks good, but this is kind of just grinding. Even though, I mean, it does have, right, we have this previous resistance now sitting at 550. We're getting a nice move up through 6, but look at the candles, right? Look at all of these candles when it made a move. They're all about the same size candle. What we would want on a big, intense move is a candle like this. Look at this candle, right? This had almost a dollar move within one candle, where all of these are about 40, 50 cents. So for us to get that intense move again, we would want a nice dollar move, right? That's what we're looking for. I mean, this was a pretty nice one here. Well, it's still only 40, 45 cents. So that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to get in on a candle that looks like the rest of the candles. I guess that's kind of an easier way to explain it now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know what's going on with this chart. There's like no volume. That's probably why. I mean, MIK kind of doing the same thing. Got a previous resistance here at 762 now. You got through, but it's just kind of grinding away, right? We're not getting that intense move. It's not saying there's not going to be a reversal, right? Because you are still getting extended away from, say, VWAP, which is this white line. But the odds of you getting a high probability reversal are not there because you're not getting that intense move. This is just kind of grinding away. I mean, how many charts have you looked at where you just see this just stair step? Oh, it just keeps going, right? STME. Oh, one of those. What did SRG do? I don't remember pulling that one up. Oh, actually, I do remember pulling it up, saying that this thing had a bunch of range. Look at that volume that just came in. The price didn't move at all. It's usually signs that this thing might reverse. This isn't our type of play, though, so we're just going to watch it. There's nothing else popping up on the scanner right now. Car would have been a nice double top, but we were looking for it to pop through high of day first, but it just straight up double topped. It's kind of working its way back down now. MIK. Actually, MIK is kind of looking interesting now. See if we can get a little bit more of a push here. It just wasn't enough. I was looking for 820 there. I pulled it up. That was the number that popped into my head, was 820. We couldn't even get over 805. It got to 810, but I never saw it over 805. It just wasn't enough. Granted, we do have the previous resistance here, and sure, we probably missed this one. Obviously, we did miss it because we didn't trade it, but I really wanted that one more little push. It just felt like I wanted that 820 area. But see how this candle looks a little different than all the rest of these? I mean, granted, it's about the same size, 37. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was actually smaller than this one. So it was a pretty decent move, but it wasn't quite the move we were looking for. That's why if this would have went up to 820, look at how big that candle would have looked compared to the rest of these, right? That's what we were looking for. Like I said, granted, these things can obviously still work out, but unfortunately, just being in the account building mode that I'm in, I'm being a little bit more picky. Small win on ALK. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, ALK, that's a nice looking chart. I didn't even see that one. What number did it get to on the scanner? Probably would have been a little hesitant just because on Friday it was up there around 48.70 area. But that was a nice move. Had a nice resistance area at that 46.70 area. You don't need the engulfing. Like, I'm not looking for the engulfing per se, but I am looking for just a bigger candle than most. That's what I'm looking for. Yep, IVR did work. Yeah, just to show you guys. I mean, this happens all the time. Look at that previous resistance sitting right here at 550. Actually, could have went a little higher from that pre-market right here, 560. Made a nice move through, came back down, tested it. And then what's the one we were just looking at? I forgot that quick. MIK. So we'll keep an eye on MIK, but look at this. Went through 8, nice extension through. Previous resistance sitting here at 762. Look at that, right back down to it. And then usually it'll try to find support there because that was previous resistance. So you have a supply zone there, right? So a little frustrated we didn't get this one. I was just looking for that one more little push. Just, I don't know. As antsy as I was to trade today, I feel like I'm just not quite feeling it, I guess, which is kind of frustrating. I'm still not to that point where I can just see a chart and see it fits my parameters and just hit the button. There goes MIK right back down to that. I just want to, I'm hoping it gets right down to 662 so we can see the kind of support it'll probably try to form. Gotcha. Kim, some people will watch on Twitch because I do stream over on Twitch now as well. I prefer YouTube, but I just threw Twitch out there just in case there's some people over there that would like to watch. Some people just prefer the different platform. And as you can see, it did pretty much get down to that previous resistance. Now it's trying to bounce. Watching CRC, but we don't have any shares. It's a pretty nice chart, though. Well, it could be if it wants to move up towards 350. So I do feel like we missed that MIT trade. MIK, sorry, not MIT. MIK, and then there was the one earlier. I feel like we messed up a little bit on not grabbing as well. What was it? Was it car? Yeah, I think it was car. Yeah. The car was definitely that was a big move too. Like looking back, previous resistance I probably would have used is this one here, 34.50. And as you can tell, it was pretty bullish. It didn't even get back down there. Like I said, it's not going to do that every time. And technically, it didn't break high of day, so it still could. Just like our Oxy trade on Friday, if you remember, we actually took pretty much all of our position out by here when we let 10% run. And it actually it did the exact same thing. It almost went up to high of day. Didn't quite get there. Double top and came all the way back down and tested that 34.50 area. I just got yelled at. Well, Thomas, you could just open both. I wonder if the chat would run on YouTube without having the stream run, so you wouldn't have to like run the stream twice. My desk is now full of toys. It's okay. You guys had already started. Yay. See, he's just following you, Bray. See, you put toys on the ground. He put a toy on the ground. He doesn't understand that you're saying which toys. He's getting there, though. That's why he has you, so you can teach him. That's what a big brother's supposed to do. Who is that? Tell him who that is. That's Gus. Yeah, big Gus. He's a little alligator. He is. Whoa. Oh, his eye popped out. Is his eye supposed to... Is he supposed to do that? Yeah. Oh. Woo. The other one. Okay. What? Oh, yeah, that's silly. Look, Camden's watching. Oh. I know, it's hard to get both. There it goes. Oh, squeeze. How do you help? 1, 2. Silly Gus. Let's see what FTK does here. Kind of a penny stock, though. Careful, Cam. I don't want you to hit any buttons by accident. Kim, we haven't taken any trades today. I don't think I would have taken this one anyway. Would have wanted to push up towards 2. Again, look at this candle down here. It's a 9-cent candle. I mean, granted, we're talking something smaller here. So, it can't be a 9-cent candle. I was looking at the wrong one. It's almost a 19-cent candle, right? So that we would need a candle at least that big. You're going to make me look at car. Yep, there it is. Look at that, guys. Right down to that previous resistance and bounce. Camden, hey. What'd you do? What's wrong? He's right here. Camden, look. He's right here. There's the Gus that you were using. Yeah, there he is. You guys have been doing so good, Sharon. Zishan, you like it? Thank you. I appreciate that. Dave, what's up, man? Over there on Twitch, what's going on? For anybody that did just join in, I don't know if anybody would be interested, but I am slowly going to get rid of the Patreon. I don't really have too many people over there anyway, but George De Jesus did sign up over the weekend. Hold on, but I'm almost done, okay? And I just wanted to say thank you to him, but it did make me realize that a lot of people don't like Patreon. It's just not, it's a little inconvenient to leave the platform when you're already on YouTube. So I went ahead and kind of did YouTube's version of that with the membership thing. And it's a little bit easier to kind of keep track of everything, as well as there's some pretty cool perks like with the badges, the moderator, and then there's the Saturday night streams that I want to do twice a month with some of the members to really kind of hone in and do some like deep dives into our strategies. So just wanted to let you guys know that that is there now next to the little subscribe button and all that stuff. Don't forget to hit those, the like button and all that good stuff too. But just letting you guys know, I'm not one to sell you guys on anything. I'm just letting you know that they're there. So if you guys want to show your support for the channel, appreciate that. I do all this for free. Never have, never will, most likely try to sell you anything. Any of my affiliate links, you guys know that I put those out there for you, and I like to help out as much as possible. I want to get you guys to not make the same mistakes that I did when I first started trading, and that's coming up on 2 years now. That's crazy. It's crazy. Don't make fun of me, David. I can't say 100% I'm not going to try to sell something, because what if, 10 years from now I actually become a successful trader and people actually want to pay me to learn, right? But I did say this before, if I do get to that point, I'm not going to have some giant chat room. It's going to be like a mentorship thing where I take all my time and put it towards like 1 or 2 people, not look for the money grab with a chat room, where I'm making, off of 100 people and I'm not really teaching them anything. Yes. School? No. What's wrong, Kim? What's over there? Daddy is working. Can't you tell? That's my microphone to talk for work. All right, watching TGI here through 14. Hold on, bud. Give me a sec. Hey, stop. Don't touch that, please. Yes, Camden. What's over there? Go get it. You have everything out. Where's the Gus car? I don't like the volume here on TGI, but if it wants to shoot up through 14 here, I'm interested. Previous resistance now sitting here around 1350. All right, Kim. See ya. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, Zishan. Hey, can you please leave that alone? Just give me a couple more minutes. Daddy's going to see if this trade pans out, and if it doesn't, I'm going to get off, okay? And then we'll play. I got pretty much all the rest of the morning until I have to leave. Yeah, that was actually kind of difficult for me to even say all that to you guys, because it's just not who I am. But you guys know, if you're new here, get to know me. But anyone that's been here for a while, they can attest that I'm just the guy that's here trying to give you a channel that is not out there. There's no other channel out there like mine where it's just completely transparent since day one. Never hid a single thing, always showing you exactly what's going on. And hopefully we can build this into something special. Yeah, TUP actually is pretty extended. I don't have any shares there. Ugh. Scott does not appear to be having a good day. Appreciate that marketing. That's the other cool thing too, is it actually keeps track. Like when you sign up with the YouTube membership thing, it actually keeps track. So like if you were to start now, it'll actually keep track. So if you do it for next month, it'll track 1 month, and then so it becomes kind of a loyalty thing down the road. So like down the road when we have 1 million subscribers and 10,000 people watching the stream in the morning, people will know that you've been here basically since day one. So I think that's pretty cool too. TZ has shares on TUP. TUP looks like a grinder. Okay, I'm actually interested here. See what TGI wants to do. See if it wants to give us a little bit of a push. This is not the push through 14 I was looking for. I appreciate that marketing. It lets me know that what I'm trying to do is working. And I even told myself back when I first started the channel, you know, when only 5 to 10 people were watching my videos, that even if I could just help one person, just learn something a little bit quicker, keep them away from the gurus trying to sell them these extravagant priced courses, you know, whatever it may be. If I could just get to that one person, it would be worth it. So the more people that I can get to help out and give them the same information for free that they would get elsewhere, the same people that I can, you know, get them discounts on things that they're going to use anyway, the tools that they need to use to become a successful trader. If I can help them get there just that little bit quicker, like people that are going to use CMEG anyway and pay the $3.95, why not go out of my way to get the affiliation with them? Because I can, you know, just I put in the hard work to get to the point where I can get an affiliation with them, so that I can get them $2.95 trades. Because now that's $1 every single ticket that you get to save and put in your pocket that I feel like I helped you with, if that makes sense. Like that's the whole purpose behind affiliations to me, is to really help you get to where you want to be faster, right? It's every time you hit that button, that's $1 less you have to worry about coming out of your pocket while you're making these trades, if that makes sense. Like that's how I look at it. So I don't like the volume here on TGI. It's really keeping me away from this thing. Yeah, like David said, it's win-win. You guys get cheaper rates. You get the $2.95 trades. You know, just talking about CMEG in general, and I get a little kickback. Right? It's not a huge kickback, but I get a little kickback from everyone that signs up with CMEG, and it helps support the channel. So I got it. What do you want from over here? What have you been complaining about? What you want? Let me see. What you want? No Play-Doh. Ray, I'm not looking in the Play-Doh, okay? I'm just getting the toys down. There you go. Yeah, see, look, that thing is still hanging out there. Yep, marketing, that's why it's there, man. Anybody, like I said, if it can help anybody out, that's what it's designed for. This TUP is an interesting one, but I'm not playing it. It looks like a grinder. See, the problem with something like TGI now is you could almost move this resistance up to where it's at now, right? I almost wouldn't be interested unless we could get up above this high of day at 1409 and extend away from there, because this thing has already grinded. Like it made this move, but then it just consolidated, right? We didn't get any kind of a pullback. So I'd really be looking for an extension through that area now. Yeah, marketing. The ISW scanners, you guys hear me talk about these things nonstop because I'm so passionate about them. I try to tell everybody, literally February 8th, 2019, not one single trade that I've taken has not been off of the ISW scanners. I don't do any of the pre-work or anything like that. I'm not saying you can't, but I literally it pops up on the scanner, I pull it up and trade away. And I do very well when I trade right off the scanner. And these are the types of moves the scanner shows you, like PRTY is up on the scanner right now. You get those nice extensions. I mean, granted, this is a smaller range. Little bit, the volume's actually not too bad, but we also don't have shares on this one. What was the one that we were just looking at? I'm really bad with that. TGI has it. I think you're just consolidating up here. NINE actually looks pretty cool. We don't have any shares though, and the volume is really bad. But look at that. Now, this is what I was kind of talking about. You have one over here, 22 cents, but look at this candle, right? Now we're at 30 cents, a 31 cent candle versus that's bigger than any other candle. So the odds of a pullback on after a candle like this are much more probable than any other one of these candles. So that's what we're looking for, right? You got previous resistance here at 385, got a big intense move up through, and then you get the nice squeeze candle. That's what we look for. That squeeze candle is where we're looking for our entry most of the time. Both of our dogs are pugs. The tap dancer is the older one. He's 13 now. So sad. Camden, come here. What you got? Come here. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but you're being good. Here you go. Did you already get one open, or is that all hard now? Did we not put this away last time? No, we got it open. You're thirsty? Where's your orange juice? Sono. I didn't even see that pop up. FTSI. I don't have shares on FTSI. That thing. I do like Sono though. Taking a look. A little bit later here. Wow, FTSI. Holy smokes. I hate that I pulled up Sono late here. This looks primed to go back down to 12, but I don't know. Something's just, I don't know if it's the kids. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm being kept out of some trades just by myself. I'm like not fully mentally here this morning. Oh wow, look at Carr. Yeah, this is why scaling out can be helpful too. And let me give you guys a display of what I'm talking about with these candles that aren't that big and what happens. Like look at these. Look at how this thing just grinds. These things can just grind higher and higher and higher. But then look at what happens when you finally get that bigger candle, right? That's when you finally get your pullback. And then now this thing's trying to go higher again, but look, it's kind of a bigger candle. So, I mean, granted, the range on this isn't that great, but you guys, it's the same thing regardless of the range. You're going to see the same type of charts. What was it, Sono? There it was. There was a little drop down towards 12, but it got bought right back up, 12.05. I just felt like I was chasing it back down at that point because that was a pretty big drop from 12.40 all the way down to 12.15. I didn't want to feel like I was chasing it, even though that previous res is all the way down here around 1160. But you can almost say that it tried to bounce off of that. So technically, you could almost say it was 1172. But still, it's got plenty of room. Yeah, exactly, Thomas. That's kind of how I felt about it, too. Thomas said, Sono, I just didn't like the way it was moving. It wasn't a pop. It just grinded up, and I was looking for over 50, and that's kind of what I said, too. But when I pulled it up, it was already back down under 20. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Here. There you go.
You got it open? You want it all the way?
I just did that, and yeah, that's when he cried.
I couldn't even hear half the meeting between all three of you.
Well, it must not have been that important.
Apparently it was. Dave went on talking about how they're going to come up with a committee to come up with a more flexible schedule for everyone.
Well, apparently you could hear the meeting.
People were texting me about it.
It's being funny. There's that move back down towards 12. Ugh.
I'm sure people don't want to hear him scream.
Oh, I know they don't want to hear him scream, but they also know that it kind of comes with the territory. It literally says in my YouTube descriptions, I think it says, sorry, not sorry about the kids screaming in the background.
It's almost over.
Yeah, I know.
Camden, come here.
Yeah, when he's like that, I'll mute. Yannisimo subscribing to the channel while the kid's crying. Appreciate that. Sono with a nice trade there for Jeff. Jeff took Sono. I don't know. I just didn't like how this reacted, but it is playing out pretty perfectly. I don't know. I don't know if it's that I'm not seeing things. I don't know if it's just that I wasn't ready for today. I don't know what it was, but I'm definitely not reacting to the charts like I normally would have. I think too, a lot of it is pretty much all the charts that I liked, I pulled up after it had already hit a top, and I think that mentally messes with me a little bit. I like to pull it up and feel the price action as it's making a top, not after it's already made the top, if that makes sense.
You want your fish?
I was like, wait, did I turn the microphone back on? I thought I was talking to myself for a second.
What? I don't know what else. You want your drink? Oh, your drink is empty.
Yeah, David. Yeah, I feel bad for you guys. The fact that you can say that you're used to a kid crying in the background, but it's the truth. If you can make it with screaming kids, it really gives no one an excuse. It's true. Plus, I think trying to define the line between letting him scream versus going to help him. I mean, there's different kinds of screams for different kinds of scenarios. There's different kinds of wants from him.
Get out.
So there's sometimes where you have to just let him scream because it's for a reason that you can't give in.
Fine. Now get out.
Hey, you got some in your cup. That's all you need. Let's go. You guys can't just migrate under my desk all the time. He wants to turn it on. Here, hand it to me. Can you hand it to me? Thank you. Here you go. I can't reach back there. There you go. Apparently I can reach back there.
Oh my god, can I start drinking it?
I mean, you can. But, all right, guys, I think I'm going to take that as a cue. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate your support, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, find me in the Discord. I feel happy to kind of answer you guys there. But, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.